The Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Car Lock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Car Lock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes, to belts, to alignments, to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installation, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And good evening and welcome to the Ball Game Blitz TV Sports Network, produced by Worthy Road Studios on the Jackson Christian Facebook page. This is a copyright broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2024. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this Ball Game Blitz broadcast without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight. And this is going to be an exciting game, another one of those elimination games. Northpoint Christian comes in with a record of 20 wins, 10 losses. Jackson Christian comes in with 18 wins, 10 losses, and 1 tie. The Northpoint Christian team, coached by Stephen Kirkpatrick, Chase McLean, coaches Jackson Christian. And like I said, the winner of this game will advance over to play the finals of the tournament at USJ tomorrow. And we've had a lot of rain and things that have gotten things changed around here. But we are looking for some exciting baseball. I think the folks at Northpoint may have been a little surprised with what happened with Lausanne, because I believe they had either split with Lausanne or, and we can check that out, got beat 11-0, 5-inning game. And they were run rule. Yeah, they split with Lausanne, beating them on Monday the 22nd, 13-1. They lost to Lausanne 4-2 on Tuesday the 23rd. Northpoint comes in as the second team in the district over there. Jackson Christian comes in as the second team over here, and we lost a game to a very good FACS team and their pitcher that's going to Lee College. Then won a tight or a white knuckler, if you prefer, over TCA yesterday. And today, Zach Creasy goes on the mound for the Eagles And we will tell you about that. We just got the lineup from the Northpoint team, so we'll fill that into the book. And we'll take a time out here on the Worthy Road and Jackson Christian Network. Let's take that time out, and we'll be back with baseball after this.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
And we are back at Mural House Field, where today the Northpoint Christian Academy team will take on the Jackson Christian team. We'll be giving you starting lineups. It is May 3rd. And, of course, it's 76 degrees and cloudy here in Jackson. The low tonight's supposed to be 64. 2 very good ball clubs. Both of them finished second in their respective districts. St. George's was number 1 over in Memphis at USJ. And we were only 2 games behind. Our 2 losses to USJ put us behind. We're still in the tournament. USJ surprisingly went out 2 straight, and we did not think that would happen. And we have advanced to this point, but we must win just like the team from Northpoint. Now, both teams, both Jackson Christian, have been state champions twice, so has Northpoint. Northpoint will tell you exactly when they went. It was a few years ago, I think around 2009, but let's see. I have to eat my words. Northpoint was the team champion in 2023, and they won it in 2009. Jackson Christian had 2 trips to the state finals, and they won that. Now, they have been runner-up, Jackson Christian has before. We'll tell you more about that later. Northpoint was runner-up in 2022 and 2021. And like I said, we are waiting the exchange of the lineups. We got a lineup, but like I said, just now getting it put into the books pretty good. The number 1 pitcher, but we're going to see a good one today in number 24, Seth Giantoni, and he can throw the baseball. Very good player in his own right. Farr was their pitcher of record in many of their contests. And both young men are excellent pitchers. We will not see Farr today because he threw enough pitches in that game on Wednesday that he cannot throw. And you can hear messages being sent very quickly, but let's go back and look at something you can gain. We have had one common opponent before the tournament started, and that was the South Gibson Hornets that beat the team from Northpoint, 7-6. And, of course, they won 2. Northpoint did over First Assembly Christian that we played in the first round, and we lost 4-1 to them. Of course, they lost to Lausanne 11-0 last night. We won 3-2 over a good TCA team who was scrappy right to the end. And that one went down to the 7th inning. Of course, they got a run closer earlier. And we got some good pitching. Carter Ellis with the win. And, of course, we only had 4 hits but made the most of them. Easton Jones had 2 RBIs of the 4 runs. Kelly had a hit. Holt had a hit. Hastings had a hit yesterday. It's 5:51. The first pitch approximately 6 o'clock. And we see the Northpoint young men come towards their dugout. And we'll give you a little. Last night was not exactly what they expected. Lausanne scored 10 runs in the 4th inning and defeated Northpoint Christian 11-0 on Thursday. Lausanne opened the scoring in the first after a young man named Doty hit a solo home run, then 10 in the 4th on 7 hits, and that was only a 5-inning ball game. The losing pitcher in that game last night, they threw 3 young men, but Love was the losing pitcher. And, of course, like I said, we're going to get to see not only is he a good pitcher, he's a big fella, kind of like Bloomer that pitched for, start say Lee University. That's where he's going to go play for FACS the next night. And I'm checking out. I always try to see if there's anything emphasized. There are a couple of spots that are a little damper on the field. You can see the dark spots. Great camera work. And, of course, here at Worthy Road Studios, we have multiple cameras and a scoreboard up there that you'll see throughout the contest. And Paul Schultze is our executive director. My producer today is Christopher Reasons. We'll give you all the good stuff. Remind you very quickly, Carlock Nissan, Aloha Pools, Jones Chevrolet, the Blacksmith Restaurant, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Humboldt Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Elite Dental, Bank of Jackson, McCoy's Heating and Air, Deaton's Carpet, just one group of our sponsors. We've got many others. The ground rules, you can see Chase McLean pointing out some of the ground rules that you need to know about at this ballpark. And don't let the 11-0 shellacking by Lausanne fool you. Northpoint beat Tipton Rosemark 7-1 the other day. That was when Farr pitched. He only gave up 3 hits in that game. Struck out 13, but like I told you, you will not see him. They've got some good speed. I know that Jaden Parker, who plays in the outfield, I believe he usually plays left field, and that's what he's playing tonight. He will have great speed. Their head coach, as we told you, is Stephen Kirkpatrick, and he went to Ole Miss. And we'll tell you a little more about he and some of the other people. And I was trying to hold my time out and give you the starting lineups, but we are still trying to, like I said, we received the lineup. We appreciate the lineup, but it was late enough that we are scrambling to get it in the books. Tell you what we are going to do. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout and bring it back here on the Worthy Road Studios Ball Game Blitz Network.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spot even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Whenever you can, bring it back, Chris.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
We are back, and they started the lineups a little early on us, but that's okay. Leading off for the team from Northpoint, and we've got to get our electronics. That's my fault that they're not where they ought to be. But leading off will be Jaden Parker. He's the left fielder. Batting second, Carson Jones. K.L. Farr will be hitting third. Isaiah Nolan batting fourth. After that, we will have the pitcher, Seth Jim Toney. Then Jace Robinson playing first base. The designated hitter, Grayson Symington. And also Caden Claiborne, who will be playing third base. Nolan Bond, we'll check that, and it's Bone actually, but it looks like Bond the way it's written in on the lineup card. And he will be playing second. And the Jackson Christian lineup, we'll go through that rather quickly. At first base, J.T. Mullins. Easton Jones will be in center field. Zach Creasy will be pitching tonight. Austin Kelly at shortstop. Carson Holt, the designated hitter. Eli Smith is catching. Reed Cooper at second base, Eli Terry in right field, A.J. Hastings in left field. Let's take a timeout.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
We are back. The teams will break to their respective dugouts. Jackson Christian, the home team today. In tournament play, when you've got two teams seated the same, you play at this time the district that Jackson Christian's in had the advantage. Next year, if this same situation were to happen, you would travel to one of the fields in Memphis, or in the case of Northpoint, they are in South Haven, Mississippi, just across the line. I've been there and done some basketball games over there. But Jaden Parker, the left fielder, will lead it off, and he will be followed by Jones. And that's Carson Jones, who will wear number 10. Parker wears number 1. He's got good speed. And in the third slot, we're still working on getting the lineup, and again, apologize for that, but we got it late enough that it doesn't write in quite that easy. Zach Creasy, who has pitched several games this year, plays a mean third base, can play a little short, will be throwing to the sophomore, Eli Smith. Now, Eli sophomore, There's one senior in Jackson Christian's lineup, the one sophomore. The other 7 are juniors. I believe freshman Brody Bennett will be playing the shortstop or third. He'll be third tonight. Sometimes Brody plays short. He does not hit. We were not given the roster. I appreciate Mr. Fox, who's an assistant coach also from Northpoint, helping me obtain a roster, but it did not tell what grade the young men are in. Warm-up toss is finished. The peg down to the plate. And we are just about ready for baseball. And Jaden Parker, the left fielder, will step in there. We understand a very good hitter with a pretty good on-base percentage. Here's the first pitch. Just missing for a ball. Breaking ball stayed high. It's 0-2 count. You don't want to get behind because, again, I told you Parker has good speed. Third pitch drill just passed it. Took a high hop. Wasn't exactly where Kelly expected it. And Parker is on with a single to start the first inning. Carson Jones. Carson Jones in right field tonight. He's a right-handed hitter. Outfield's going to play him straight away. Infield's at double play depth. Pickoff move to first. That's the old I'll know you're there move. And they come back with a second pickoff attempt. Creasy's thrown 3 pitches in the inning. Jump turn, a little closer, but the runner gets back. Good quickness over there at first base. Nolan in the on-deck circle. And that one a strike, and I'll have to wait on this umpire. And I try to sometimes call the pitches too quickly and have to adjust to the way each umpire, and that's what you have to do as a player, calls it. Nice picture of the hitter's stance. Back foot up closer to the line and back in the batter's box. Running, ball up in the air, and it's going to get to the gap. And they'll throw it in to the second baseman. There'll be runners at first and third after 2 base hits. Parker advancing to third. Jones on at first. And that brings up K.L. Farr. Right-handed hitter, wears number 7. For old-timers, that's Mickey Mantle's old number, but a lot of other great players have worn 7. But if you're a Yankee fan, you remember that too. 5 pitches by Creasy, 2 base hits. Jones at first, Parker at second. They'll pitch out of the stretch, and let's see if they're running. The weight is where you could run, but I don't think it. Well, Jackson Christian thought he was running. They make him dive back in. Right now, short and second will give up the run for the out. Third base can hold the runner. I don't know if they'd get 2 if he holds him, but if it goes there, he could come home. And that breaking ball looked good right there, so it's an 0-1 count. No outs in the inning. 2 hits. There's 2 runners on base already. Outfield a step or 2 deeper than they were for Parker. Good lead by the runner at first. Creasy taking a long time. Let's see if the batter steps out. He did ask for time, I believe. K.L. Farr will step back in there. with runners on base at first and third. Gracie's got his sign. Taking a long time again. Now time again. So we'll get ready again one more time. First and third. 0-1 count on the hitter far. In the dirt, runner will go. Now the runner checked it out, but I think he actually was hoping to draw a throw. I'm just guessing, cannot tell you. That's a 1-1 count with runners in scoring position at second and third. First is going to back up. It looks like they're going to try to give up a run for an out. Third can still come home with it. Second and short will go to first and give up a run for an out. There are no outs in the inning. Creasy working on a little first inning trouble. And that's one of the hardest things for a catcher, having caught just a little bit many moons ago. When it gets under you like that, your teammates have got to give you a lot of help hollering where the pitch is. 8 pitches so far by Creasy. Outfield straight away. Here's the pitch. He went around, and the umpire will say it was, a strike. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2 runners on. We're in the top of the first at Murrell Hass Field on the campus of Jackson Christian School. Breaking ball. Got him, and it was a dandy breaking ball. And if I'm far, I'm trying to guard the plate too, but that pitch looked awfully good. So 1 strikeout, 1 out, and that brings up Nolan to the plate. Isaiah Nolan wears number 9, hits right-handed. Nolan plays shortstop. First pitch, you saw it, a ball, great shot of Zach Creasy. Now we'll go to our center field camera. Christopher Reason's doing the switching and doing a great job producing, directing. And there's the old 55-foot ball, and it makes it 2 balls, no strikes. First is still back. Second and short are going to first. And again, they're going to give up the run for the out. And Bennett off the line. There's a strike. Bennett, the youngster, has given us some good innings when he's been in there, just like Cole Vargason. Fouled off for strike 2. Isaiah Nolan. Nolan not hitting in the 4th spot for anything. He's your cleanup man. He can drive some runs home. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. The pitch by Creasy. Breaking ball, drilled to right field. Back on his horse, but won't get there in time. Off the wall, 1 run will score. 2 runs streaking for the plate, and the second baseman cuts it off, but Northpoint Christian has taken a 2-0 lead on an RBI double by Nolan. Two runs in, 1 out. Giantoni coming up there. Seth Giantoni, who's pitching today. On deck is Robinson. Open stance, you can see, with his back foot right on that line. That's perfectly legal. Nice breaking ball for strike 1. As long as you're on or inside of that line, you are fine. Good look at the open stance. He'll stride towards the pitcher. Swinging strike 2, and he had a rip at that one. So an 0-2 count with that runner in scoring position down at second base. That is Nolan. Outfield still pretty much straight away. Second baseman will move in and out, trying to hold the runner on. The runner's going. And a good save by Bennett. He got up in the air. A little miscommunication, and we've got to be there quicker. Did not hold the runner on enough, and he got a good jump. Nolan, a good base runner. So he's got the stolen base. 1-2 count to Gentoni, the pitcher. Here's the pitch, breaking ball. Struck him out. There are 2 outs, and that's the second strikeout. It's also the second out in the inning. That brings up the first baseman, Jace Robinson. Jace wears number 13. He also hits right-handed, moves up a little bit more in the box. Here's one on the ground to Kelly. Backhands it. Shoots it over to first for the third out, but not before 2 big runs have been put on the plate. 2 runs, 3 hits for Northpoint in the top of the first. Jackson Christian coming to bat. We'll be back after this timeout on Jackson Christian's Facebook and the Ball Game Blitz.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus, rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza, underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Back after a productive first for the Trojans of Northpoint Christian. Leading off in the bottom of the first, J.T. Mullins playing first base today. Daniel Green, the senior, still out with that injury. Easton Jones has moved up. He's the junior, hitting in the second slot. Zach Creasy, the pitcher, has moved up into the third slot. He's a junior. Hitting fourth, the shortstop, Austin Kelly, who's been productive lately with his hitting. He's always a good hitter, but he's been productive. Carson Holt, who got a big double that really got the runs coming in yesterday. He's a senior. He'll be hitting fifth. Eli Smith, sixth, the sophomore catcher. Seventh is Reed Cooper, the fine young second baseman. Hitting eighth, the junior, Eli Terry in right field. And number 9, A.J. Hastings in left field. Brody Bennett playing third base. He played short the other day. He and Cole Vargason take turns in the infield. Both good glove men, both young players, and will be very good eventually. Gentoni, though, on the mound, impressive-looking young man there. And J.T. Mullins, the left-handed hitting junior, comes up there. J.T. didn't have a hit yesterday. He was on one time. There was an error committed that got him on. And he wants to get something started. 2 runs, 3 hits in the top of the first for the Trojans. It's like the outfield straight away. Pretty well normal depth in the infield. We'll go over that infield in a moment. J.T. shows bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball. He doesn't offer at it. Second pitch on the way. Hit to left, but it's going to stay up in the air. It looks like Parker is going to camp under it, and he's going to get it for the first out. Score that in your scorebook at home, F7. That's what the number 7 is, the left fielder in the scorebook. That's first out. Easton Jones, who had a big hit yesterday and 2 RBIs. Jackson Christian only getting 4 hits yesterday. That one, a ball. Caden Claiborne catching. And he wears number 5. Robinson down at first. Here's the 2-ball pitch. Drilled to right, but it's slicing foul out of play. If that hits the car, take it by and see David White's Body Shop. They can fix just about anything. Matter of fact, they can fix anything, fix bicycle fenders and things like that if they're metal. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High and a little bit of a bend back there, but Giandoni's got to challenge a little bit, and I don't blame him. 3-1, 1 out. Got under it and fouled it off. Easton Jones, the junior center fielder, also plays football. These two schools will meet, I believe, in the opening game of the football season next year. Be the first time without your fine quarterback over there. On the ground, going in the hole is the shortstop, the long throw, and it was not going to be in time anyway. But Nolan does a good job of getting – that's a base hit. And you say, well, there was an error on it. He was already safe when the ball sailed. There's the pitcher, Zach Creasy, who can help himself right here. Runner at first, Jones. Good speed. Can steal a base. Now, he's not one of those go-go guys that's going to steal one every time, but he can run. Infield at double play depth. Right fielder shading a little bit. Here's a base hit. It's all the way through. And there'll be runners at first and second after those 2 hits. So Zach Creasy helps his own cause. Let's see if they'll send a pinch runner out for him. Usually they do. It will probably be the speedy Jack Collins, who also plays outfield. He's off today, and it is Jack Collins wearing number 11. Jack Collins, also a great defensive back. He has picked off a couple of passes in his career. We hate to see him graduate, but a fine student. A lot of honors went out today at Jackson Christian in an assembly, the National Honor Society, and there were some awards to seniors today in other areas. Here's the pitch. One ball, no strike count, 2 runners on, 1 out in the inning. Infield still at double play depth. Third baseman about 5 feet, maybe 6 off the line. Breaking ball stays high, and they're going to try to pick him off. And a good throw gets him, but it bounced around and didn't roll out in the outfield. But Nolan was hustling. Center fielder was hustling on that one. And at the plate, Austin Kelly, the junior shortstop, who has a very good eye normally. He bats at the back of the box. Austin, now you folks will see him next year as quarterback. Austin Kelly will be the quarterback for the football team when Jackson Christian travels. This one fouled off, out of play. Austin plays a lot of travel ball, plus has to get into 7-on-7 scrimmages during the summer. Wished I had a little more information on the young men from Northpoint, but I am thankful for the roster I was sent. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You want to look this one over good. You got to see it hit the bat. That was an instruction Henry Aaron gave me one time when I got to talk to him, because my godfather was a bird dog scout for the Cincinnati Reds, and they were playing. Here's the pitch. And again, they throw to second. It's over, and this time the runner will be able to advance, and you'll have a first and third. Good job by the third baseman, Harrell, to keep that one from getting by. Now, it looks like, and I'm going to check my roster, make sure that we've got it is Harrell. The writing looked like Harwell, but it's Harrell. Jack Harrell doing a good job down there, fielding his position. Good move by the catcher. He's giving some signs for all of his players, not just the pitcher that time. Coaches usually signal those things in. Catcher will relay him. He's kind of the quarterback of the club, even though we're playing baseball. First and third. Austin Kelly up there with a 3-2 count. And a nice pitch, because it takes a good one to get Austin Kelly. Struck him out for the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Jim Tony. This brings up Carson Holt, number 21, left-handed hitting senior, designated hitting. Got a slight injury that kept him. He can pitch some. He has committed to Northwest Mississippi. There's the breaking ball high. Let's see if they try to work him outside and then bring it back in low and inside. A lot of left-handed hitters have trouble with that low inside pitch, but you get it up just a hair low and inside. Carson has 3 home runs this year, and he was going for the downs that time. So a 1-1 count. 2 outs. Infield wants to keep the ball in the infield, knock it down. Obviously, they like to catch it clean, make a play at first or second for the out. The 1-1 pitch, running. Catcher fakes it. You know, a lot of teams, they'll either throw it all the way through and have a cutoff man step up. They will throw to third base. I've seen them throw to first. I've also seen the strategy of throw back as hard as you can right at the pitcher's belt line in case it rises. He cuts it off, and you try to trap the runner. Second and third with 2 outs, 2-1 to count. Carson Holt. Just a little bit low. That's one of those that was low by millimicron. Holt, the hitter, with 2 outs. Back at the back of the box, that foot right on that line. It's high, ball 4, and now the sacks are jammed. Have a friend that does minor league baseball. He would say there's ducks on a pond. Holt at first, Collins at second, Jones at third, and that brings up the young sophomore catcher, and that is Eli Smith. He is a very hard-working young catcher. Yesterday we had the chance to see he and I believe Brooks from TCA, 2 of the hardest-working sophomore catchers around here. They play a lot of travel ball. First pitch, low. Claiborne, the catcher, working hard on that. 1 ball, no strikes. No place to put him. Sacks are jammed, ducks on the pond. Here's a bounding ball. Second baseman should get it on the big hop. Goes to short, and they miss it, and there is an error on that, and I'm going to have to score that an error on the shortstop. So Smith gets a run home, cuts this lead to 2-1. Runners advance a base. Sacks are still jammed. There'll be a courtesy runner come in for him, and we're going to call that E6. Coming in to run, that could be Cole Vargason, and yes, the young sophomore who also is a point guard will come in and run. Reed Cooper, very talented young man. If it wasn't bases loaded and 2 outs, he could drop a bunt, has a slightly open stance. Matter of fact, it's a little more open today. Great glove, man. He can flash that leather at second base. Gets under it and fouls it off. 2 outs in the inning. Sacks are jammed. DePertoni looking in, got his sign, checks the runner at first. And that one is the proverbial. It's the plate is 60 feet 6 inches. That one went 60 feet and then bounced. A lot of young pitchers do that. So a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Looked like it got the corner, and the umpire says it did, and I'm going to have to hold up. He gives his signal properly, but he takes his good time about it. 1-2 the count with 2 outs, bases jammed. Went for it and struck out. Took a little off the curve, but 1 run on 2 hits score for the Eagles. There were a couple of errors, and we'll check the official scoring. No of 1. So at the end of 1 full inning of play, Northpoint Christian 2, Jackson Christian 1. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Ballgame Blitz Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back as number 2, Grayson Symington, will lead off this inning. He wears number 2. He'll hit from the right side of the plate. He'll be followed by Claiborne, the catcher. Out for his second inning of work, Zach Creasy. This one hit up in the air. Zach directs traffic. Bennett says he's got it, thumps the mitt twice, puts it away. So 1 out in the inning, high pop-up. I'm glad it wasn't high enough, though, to draw rain, as we've got cloudy, overcast skies here. And that brings up Caden Claiborne. Hits left-handed, wears number 5. I like those young men that wear number 5 because Joe DiMaggio wore it, Johnny Bench, and I wasn't very good, but I wore 5 also. Hits one to left field, a little spin on it, drifting over to get it. That will be the left fielder, A.J. Hastings. There's 2 outs in the inning. As Claiborne fouls out, or not fouls out, but flies out to left field. Number 19, Nolan Bone, coming up there to hit. And I think the third base coach wants to talk to him a little bit. .23 pitches for Creasy so far. They're having an extended conference down there. I am surprised the umpire, usually the umpires by this time have gone down and said something. That pitch high. Oh, he said it was a strike. I thought it was a little high, but that's, again, I see it from a different angle, and I don't use the monitor except for at certain times. Wow. Okay, curveball just missed. Interesting call. My producer has better shots than I do at it, and I think he agrees with me. That one missed, again, the slow. I've got to have some patience and wait on the umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no runners on. The breaking ball misses. 2-2 the count. Hit on the ground. That could be trouble. It's in the hole, gets by, and a base hit for Nolan Bone, and that's what you want to do because that brings up the top of the order. And Jaden Parker, who's a fine hitter, the left fielder, got a single to lead the game off and then scored a run. Got a force at second or first. Let's see if they're running him. You really don't want to take the bat out of Parker's hands with a man on base. Parker towards the back of the box, front foot even with the front of the plate. And again, the 58-foot pitch there by Creasy. Unofficially, he's thrown 29 pitches. We'll check it here in a moment to see what the official count is. It is 29. The 1 ball pitch. Hit on the ground there, another solid base hit. It's kind of like Wee Willie Keeler used to say, an old-time player of a long time ago, hit them where they ain't. It's bad grammar, but it's the truth. So runners now at first and second. Parker 2 for 2. Bone down at second. And a young man that had a hit himself, Carson Jones up there. He also scored in the first. Things were moving along, 2 outs kind of quickly. And then the bottom fell out. No, Bone got a hit. Now Parker. Breaking ball is going to stay high. One ball, the count, with 2 outs and 2 runners on. That one looked good. And as I told you, the umpire will make his call and then slowly extends the right arm. 1-1, 2 runners on, outfield straight away. Swung at a breaking ball that took a little off of it and a little short. So Jones in the hole at 1-2. Like I said, he had a big hit for his team the last time up. Farr is on deck. I know he and the St. George's pitcher earlier in the year, Farr did, had a great duel. That's a ball, and the runners are going to advance, takes the force off, and now you either got to strike them out, throw them out, or catch a pop-up. Count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The base is 1 base open, and we can say deuces are wild. With 2-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on, the deuces are wild. Hit on the ground, slow roller against the fast man. Cooper zips it over to first to get him. There were no runs, but 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. At the end of 1 1/2 innings of play, it's Northpoint 2, Jackson Christian 1. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Ball Game Blitz Network.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt and let my family take care of yours.
And back for the bottom of the second. Eli Terry will be at the plate. Jim Portoni has thrown 26 pitches coming into this inning. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 1 base on balls, and he struck out 2. The peg goes down. And Eli Terry, who also plays a little football here at Jackson Christian, junior right fielder. He'll be followed by A.J. Hastings, a junior left fielder. First pitch, low, gets away from the catcher, but no harm, nothing done, no runners on. If you're here at the ballpark, go by the concession stand. Best hamburgers you'll get around here. 1-0 pitch, hit on the ground. The second baseman, Bone, should get it over to first very quickly to Robinson, and there's 1 away in the inning. Score that one 4-3. 1 out. Left fielder A.J. Hastings wearing 12. Right-handed hitter. Back foot back at the back of the box. Slightly open stance. That one a little low, the umpire says. I'm having to wait longer. I'm used to working a faster game. He slowed me down too. The 1-0 pitch. Hit on the ground. Big hop to the second baseman. He'll get his second chance of the inning. And that one 4-3 and 2 quick outs. And it brings up the top of the order and J.T. Mullins. Jim Patorni, 29 pitches unofficially. Mullins, the left-hander. Usually his second time up, he completely wipes the white line out. And he'll get very close to the plate, his back foot at the back of the box. Watch little things like that. Here's the center field shot. And he was bunting. And I'm going to be honest with you, had he gotten that one down on the third base line, they would have not thrown him out. Third baseman charged hard, but they had him back, and he would have beaten that one out. Umpire kind of kicking a little dirt off there, and got a little discussion going on. Interesting discussion. I'll not give you an opinion on it. No ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs, no runners on base. And he was not bunting. Fastball outside and low. Here's the pitch. Low again. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. It was probably a strike anyway, but good job of getting it framed and in there. The catcher 2-2 to J.T. Mullins, the left-handed hitting first baseman today. Jim Patorni with the 2-2 pitch. Took a little off of it, and the catcher dropped it, but he will still have to tag him out or either throw it to first. He tags him out. I believe that's the 3rd strikeout. That ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Score at the end of 2 innings of play. Northpoint Christian 2, Jackson Christian 1. We'll take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Ballgame Blitz Network.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
No matter where you are, You can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Ready for the top of the third, and the second man in the order, Carson Jones, the right fielder, will come up there. The game moving right along started in the first with several runs scored. There were 3 runs scored, 2 of them by Northpoint, 1 by Jackson Christian. And actually, this is K.L. Farr. Did not see my slash mark on the scorebook. Pitch outside. Farr was a strikeout victim his first time up there. You're right, Chris. Chris takes care of me. I'll forget to go all the way with the sound sometimes. And it's fouled off. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Nolan, the fine shortstop, on deck. "36 pitches by Creasy, 37 actually, by my count. We'll check it. And it is 37, fouled off. That was the 38th pitch there. People down on the berm area or down the right field. We've got some banks and hills and different things like that around here. And they hit him. Greasy didn't mean to. That one was supposed to have been a breaking ball, but it didn't, or not enough. So hit by pitch. Puts Farr on first. And that brings up Isaiah Nolan, who had a big hit his first time up, stole a base. No outs in the inning. Let's see if there's some gamesmanship on here. Are we playing small ball? Jackson Christian must have thought that the runner was going. Far edge is off. See if he gets a little bigger lead. He's to the edge of the cutout. They go to bunt. Offers, and it'll be a strike. No balls, 1 strike, and I was right. They were trying to play a little small ball, but the runner down to second base, getting scoring position. Creasy from the stretch, taking his time, goes to first. Like we said, good crowd on hand. I believe the Northpoint girls won 9-5. That's an unofficial score. It's a final, but we believe that is what happened in that first ball game down at the softball field. Missing inside. So 1 ball, 1 strike count with 1 out in the inning. Or no outs in the inning. Outfield straight away. Infield at double play depth. Good lead by Farr at first. Pitch outside for a ball. This is a park that's friendly for dogs to come to and have a good time too. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Kelly has cheated over a little towards second at shortstop. They go back to first, and that one makes him dive. That was a lot of good quick action. Good camera shot there. You saw it. See on the scoreboard there, Jones Chevrolet, Worthy Road Studios, the blacksmith. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. The runner's going, throw through. They've got him. And I know I called it early, but he would have had to have knocked the ball out of the catcher's hand, the second baseman's hand, or dropped it. So CS, he caught stealing. Catcher with a nice peg, and I told you Eli Smith, the young catcher, very good. So with a 2-2 count, Isaiah Nolan's job is to get on base, and with 1 out, see if they can create something here. It's 3-2 now. Gracie's got to come in with a strike. Does he throw the fastball or does he chance the curveball? Some people could throw a changeup, but I think he's going to throw it down. Man, that one's high. So you put a very speedy Nolan on. And that brings up the pitcher. He's 0 for 1. To Pertoni, let me say it correctly. He's 0 for 1 in the contest, but could really create some havoc here. He's got a big open stance. He'll stride towards the plate. Picks that leg up somewhat like former major leaguer Dick McAuliffe used to do when he played for the Tigers. Mel Ott did that, and there's a guy that holds or did hold the Japanese home run record named Sadahara O. Picked it up. Now, most of those guys were left-handed hitters I named off. 1 ball, no strike, good lead by Nolan. And that one did paint that outside corner of the plate. Hitter has checked for a signal from his third base coach. Again, a good shot of the open stance. The catcher, the umpire, here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. 1-2, the runner will have to return to first. Nolan was running then. Jim Pertoni is tough out, hits fifth. Fifth hitter, just like the fourth hitters, expected to bring those runs home. Head Coach Kirkpatrick had a conversation with the base umpire. Diving back into first safely is Nolan. Nolan, if he doesn't go on this one, he'll go on the next pitch. He doesn't have to go. They walked the hitter, or let's check, did he call a strike on it? He's out because the first was technically occupied if that is a strike, and it was. So the runner is still out, or the hitter, by strikeout. There are 2 outs in the inning. There's also a runner in scoring position. Jace Robinson up there, the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the contest. Second baseman trying to keep that runner close. They have stolen third once tonight. Bennett is way off the line. Bennett's at least 15 feet off that line, the third baseman. And you don't want, they're going to put this hitter on and set up a force play. So an intentional walk. Puts runners at first and second. And that brings up the DH, Grayson Simonton. Wears number 2, hits right-handed. He's 0 for 1 on the contest. 2 out in the inning. Everybody at normal depth and straight away, although the third baseman is wider than he's got good range, Bennett does, but Be tough covering, and you don't want your catcher to have to double clutch to throw to third base. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Looked good to me. Let's see if the umpire, and he does agree with me. I think I'm going to have to pray to the Lord for some patience before that right hand comes out. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And it's for both pitchers. I've worked too many games with the fast-paced umpires. There's nothing wrong with his mechanics, and I'm not criticizing. I've just got to calm down like a player. I've got to adjust to the umpire. Stepping back on the pitcher's mound is Creasy. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on, or actually 2 outs. 1-1 to count with 2 outs. The pitch. Breaking ball again. Same place, same result. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Nice shot of the scoreboard, the umpire, the shortstop, and a great shot of Zach Creasy there. Get you back on our center field camera. Worthy Road Studios, a model for the Gulf South Conference. This one in the dirt, a good job by Smith. A lot of the schools, and they have encouraged them to check the Worthy Road Studio broadcast out. Rockabilly's, the team, Woodbat Collegiate team during the summer, and there's the Southern States NAIA conference tournament out there right now, and they won an award on Rockabilly coverage. Baltimore chop type thing. Comes down to Cooper, and he gets it, and the inning is over. No runs that time. And with the score at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, 2-1 in favor of Northpoint Christian over Jackson Christian. We'll take a timeout and come back with more baseball.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spa even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Back for the bottom of the third. Jackson Christian will have the second man in their lineup, Easton Jones leading off. Zach Creasy will follow him, and then Austin Kelly. Jim Pertoni doing a good job. That's Seth. Let's see if we can get a line on him. He's thrown 35 pitches coming into this inning, 18 of them for strikes. Faced 10 batters. And Easton Jones, the young man who had a big hit for 2 RBIs in that game yesterday, will lead it off in the bottom of the third for Jackson Christian. And again, it's unofficial, but it looks like Northpoint Christian won the softball game 9-5. That's being played down at the softball field. Appreciate my producer getting that for me. You see Jones slightly open stance. Here's the pitch. That one about a 59-footer. It's a ball 1. Infield playing at normal depth. Outfield pretty much straight away. Center fielder may be a step off the straightaway line, but you have to see around the pitcher sometimes. That one inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Easton Jones. Good speed out of Easton. Good hitter, good outfielder. That one low. 3-0 the count. We're in the bottom of the third. Northpoint leading 2-1. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. So Jones is on. That brings up Zach Creasy, the pitcher. Creasy had a hit his last time up. He's 1 for 1. And again, could help himself. There was also an error in that inning that helped things and matters out scoring-wise. Breaking ball drilled into the right center field gap. Streaking for third base is Easton Jones. He may be waved. He's going to be waved all the way home. The throw comes in to the relay man. They cut it off, hold it up, and there is a run-scoring double that has tied this game up. RBI to Creasy, and told you Jones can motor. He's like a couple of the Northpoint players. He can get around that. You ought to see him tote the mail in football or pick off a pass and run with it. And that brings up the shortstop, number 1, Austin Kelly, the junior. Kelly is also a fine quarterback, threw a slew or a plethora of touchdown passes last year. One of his main targets was Jalen Mosley, one of his other main targets. Here's a bunt attempt. No, he pulls it back. They say it's still a strike. He also threw to our first baseman that plays a whole lot, a little injured just a little bit, Daniel Green. Daniel won't be in the lineup for a few more days. No ball, 1 strike pitch with a runner at second. The shortstop gets back to his position. And it's outside. Looked like a breaking ball that went outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Now running for him is Jack Collins. Jack, a pretty good base runner. The shortstop, if he can just glance over his shoulder because of the way they are playing this, Jack is quick enough to steal third, but you don't want to gamble. You can have a big inning here. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Eagles. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Trojans in this contest. Watch the shortstop if you get a chance. Sometimes we can't get that camera shot because we want to get on the plate. High fly to the center fielder. Tagging is Collins. It'll be a sacrifice fly. It'll be 2 outs, but you'll never throw Jack Collins out there at second or third, actually. So a runner at third with 2 outs or 1 out. I'm trying to put too many Carson Holt up there. One out on the sac fly. Holt walked his first time up. Good, strong left-handed hitter. He can now, the head coach, Coach Kirkpatrick, wants to come out and talk to his team and his pitcher especially. They'll want to try to pitch Carson Holt very carefully. Because like I said, this young man very capable of losing a baseball. 44 pitches by Jim Portoni. Short conference really, and probably going on maybe a mechanics flaw that he spotted that can be adjusted. How we're going to play this one. Third will hold the runner or come home if necessary. Short and second will give up the run for the out, as Northpoint seems to feel like they can score more runs today. Got under it a little too much, fouled off, giving chase the third baseman is Harrell. So an 0-1 count. Let's see if they'll either work him outside or they'll throw low and inside and try to keep it down at Holt's knees. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And it was the low one at the knees, but it was a little too low. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out, 1 runner on. Infield willing to give up there's a strike. 1 that pitch. 1-2 the count. Gives the pitcher something to work with. He's ahead in the count. See if he can make Holt swing at a bad one. That one is outside. Holt has a pretty good eye most of the time. Like I said, it's a shame we've not been able to use his pitching much this year due to an injury. The breaking ball came back in, working from the outside. So now there are 2 outs in the inning. Brings up Eli Smith. It got on with an error, but that error helped some things happen. Eli officially 0 for 1, but getting on base is important. And that one hit him in the back, and now he's been on base twice. Hit by a pitch. And they should get the pinch runner in there, or the courtesy runner, because catcher needs to put his stuff back on. Big Cole Vargason running. Go the outstanding point guard on the basketball team, but plays pretty good game of baseball. Can pitch a little bit, play the infield positions. Mom and Dad were good athletes. That's just like Carson Holt. His mom happened to play for me over at Northside High School. I wished I had a few more notes on Northpoint Christian, a well-coached ball club. Do appreciate the link that Coach Fox sent me to get a roster off here. Roster only had names and numbers, and so please do not feel slighted at Northpoint if I don't get whether you're young men or freshmen, sophomores, juniors. There's a pitch high or seniors. Look like a team of fine young men out there. Got to go down to the dugout. Coach Kirkpatrick and I had a great talk. One ball the count. Runners at first and third. That one is low. Winner of this game lives to play again tomorrow. That one is also low for 3 balls, no strikes, as you can see on our scoreboard shot there. It's high and walked him. Ducks on the pond, as Ron Potesta, a minor league broadcaster, likes to say. So do other announcers. Sacks are jammed if you prefer that. Northpoint will have a conference at the mound. Probably a part of it is reassurance. Hey, we're going to knock it down and get a force out at any base with 2 outs. Also some reassurance for their pitcher, Seth Giamportoni. And Reed Cooper walked, or actually, yep. Sacks are jammed for Eli Terry, the junior right fielder. And that one high. You know, I don't know, and I haven't checked, and all coaches change the signs up some. So I don't know what the indicator or the sign for day are, but I'm wondering if they're taking till they get a strike. Oh, they call that one a strike. Wow. This one up in the air. Pitcher will handle it. Gloves it, 2 hands, ends a threat. 1 run did score to tie this game up. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Northpoint now. 2 runs, 3 hits, 3 left on base, and the score is tied at the end of 3 innings of play. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian and Ball Game Blitz Network.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
A lot of conferencing going on. Now, you see Coach McLean talking with the umpires, which he has a right to do that. Coach Kirkpatrick has been out there 3 times to discuss things with the umpires, and whether it's a point of mechanics, rules, or both. And having coached baseball before, I'm not going to. And there's some other reasons for doing that, and if there is a rules violation, it needs to be called and corrected. But we'll see what's happening here. Zach Creasy comes out for his 4th inning of work. Remind you that some of our great sponsors here: Kenny Sutherland with 5-Star Realty, Great American Sports, Southern Capital Advisors, and David White Body Shop. Now, for the folks that are tuned in from Northpoint Christian, our fans do not pay anything for the broadcast of football, baseball, softball, and volleyball and soccer. The National Federation, if you're taking their feeds and their games, they charge you $11.99 or $95 plus tax every month. Please support our sponsors, and we appreciate having the audience from both schools. Worthy Road Studios also carries not only Jackson Christian, but TCA, USJ, Sacred Heart, Bethel football, Peabody football, and leading off is number 5, and that is the catcher, Caden Claiborne. Strike 1. He's a left-handed hitter up in the front of the box. He's bunting, and it's a good one. And he's going to be safe as Creasy goes down and makes a deadly mistake of throwing it away. It's not handled out in right field. And a 2-base error. So Claiborne on. And again, you would score that if you were scoring in the minor leagues or major leagues. That's considered a 2-base error. Brings up Bone, who is 1 for 1 up there. Hits right-handed, wears number 19. And Caden Claiborne, he is a very quick young man. I'm sure they will wave him in if a ball is hit in the outfield. We're in the top of the 4th. Pitcher will be covering the third base side of the infield, or at least that's what they had on then. We'll see. You can also run a play called the wheel when there's a potential bunt. They're trying to play a little small ball here, which is smart. 1 ball pitch from Creasy out of the stretch. Whoops, they call time. So and the umpire doing a good job signaling and holding the game up. Here's the 1-0 pitch in the dirt, and the runner's going to go third. He is out. Great play by Smith. Just call him Cannon, sharpshooter. Good tag by Bennett at third. And caught stealing will be Claiborne. Scored 2-5. That is the first out of the inning. Bone up there with a 2-ball count. 3-ball count now. No, they say that's a strike. Interesting. I told you I call it fair for both teams, and the umpire does have a better look than I do. That one a ball high, 3-1. The pitch on the way. Outside, walking him. And that puts a runner on first with the top of the order up there and only one out in the inning. Probably the hottest man in the ballpark, Jordan Parker, with 2 for 2 and a run scored. And here comes, that looks like Carson Holt, one of the assistant coaches, comes out to talk. And I said, Carson is the first base coach. The player and designated hitter. That is his brother. And I'm sure that I will hear about that because they are the sons of, like I said, my former basketball player, Luann Cisco Holt. But a runner at first with one out, infield at double play depth. They fake the bunt, and Creasy's release point a little high and inside. And like I said, fans, sometimes check the pitcher's release point where their foot winds up when they throw towards home, or their feet if you want to check the push-off. 1 ball count. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Creasy right now wanting to find that plate. Zach was helped by caught stealing at third base a moment ago. Here's the pitch. Hit up in the air towards center on his horse, Easton Jones. Will he make a Willie Mays type catch? Almost. Wasn't a basket catch over the shoulder, but the hitter took it a long way, but Easton Jones gets Parker out for the first time in this ball game. F8, 2 outs. That means you flew out to center field. Runner still at first, and that brings up a dangerous man, Carson Jones. Carson 1 for 2 and has scored a run in this game. We're knotted at 2. We're here in the top of the 4th. A white knuckler, if you prefer that term. Breaking ball, and the umpire gets the arm out there. No balls, 1 strike, a runner at first. And I'd say that one was about a 55-footer in the dirt. And that's what I say when the pitch hits the ground. Good job. Eli Smith might be trying out for the part of the Indian rubber man in the circus. He's blocked a lot of pitches tonight. He's also thrown out 2 runners stealing. The jump turn, pickoff move to first, runner back, but he caused him to hit the dirt. And sometimes you can get the timing. You want to vary the speeds of your pickoff moves. Looks like a step closer to second this time by the hitter. Swinging, strike 2. 67 pitches by Creasy. Again, we'll remind you, Jones 1 for 2, good hitter. Usually makes very good contact, hits in the 2 spot. He won't be bunting, but he is a man that can bunt, hit behind the runner. Jump turn to first. And we'll do the 1-2. 2 outs, runner at first. Everybody at pretty well normal depth. First baseman holding on at first. Here's the pitch to the plate. It's high. There goes the runner. This one they won't get. The throw is high. And I tell you what, Austin Kelly did a good job of making it close. Austin doesn't play basketball in high school, but he looked like a rebounder going up. And sometimes you can say, well, he threw a jump pass in football. He can do that too. 2-2, 2 outs, but a runner in scoring position at second. And the ball goes outside. Carson Jones up there with K.L. Farr on deck. Don't want to put Farr, the third place hitter, in this lineup. This one hit the right field. It's going to slice foul out of play. Good job by Eli Terry getting over there. And we'll come back and we'll do the 3-2 pitch again. Slightly open stance by Carson Jones. Creasy's pitch. It's going to be a base hit. It'll get down. The question is, they're going to wave the runner in. And it's going to be close, but no cigar, and that allows the player to advance to second. So a single, RBI single. And that gets Nolan Bone home. And Northpoint has reassumed the lead at 3-2. And that brings up K.L. Farr, who is 0 for 1 officially. Was hit by a pitch back in the third. Remind everybody this is an elimination game in the tournament. The winner of this contest will move over and play at USJ's park, even though USJ. Now, if all the Memphis teams advance to that round, they could move the tournament if somebody can take it to Memphis. We don't know that that's what would happen. That's a decision, and several people, including the TSSAA, is involved in that. 1 ball, no strike. 72 pitches by Creasy. This one up in the air. It looks like Easton Jones is going to draw a bead. The runner circles. Easton gets it for the third out, but not before one big run has crossed the plate. On an RBI single by Jones. Score at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play. Northpoint 3, Jackson Christian 2 will come back for the bottom of the fourth.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
If it's black, round, and rolls, we have it in stock for you. I'm Taylor at King Tire Company. Come see us at any of our 3 convenient locations in Jackson or Humboldt and let our family take care of yours.
Hello folks, this is Gary Deaton, right here at Deaton's Carpet One. I want to let you know we've been in business for 48 years. Here's what I believe has made the difference. Our lifetime labor warranty on everything we install. Our healthy living installations, bacteria and germs cannot survive in our new flooring. Our beautiful guarantee, if you don't just love it, we'll replace it. It will make your flooring experience priceless. We're located on Freedom Highway, 1000 Highway 45 bypass in good old Jackson, Tennessee.
And we are back. You saw some of our good sponsors. We'll continue to name some of them throughout the broadcast. You saw a great ad by King Tire, Deaton's Carpet One, and some great people at King Tire. Of course, the Blacksmith, Jones Chevrolet, and Worthy Road Studios with the scoreboard. Going into the bottom of the fourth, A.J. Hastings will lead off, be followed by J.T. Mullins, and then Easton Jones. A.J., a junior left fielder. And the umpire liked that one for a strike. 0-1 the count. And that one's strike 2. 59 pitches now thrown is what I have. We'll check it, make sure that's official. Hastings 0 for 1. Needs to get something started for Jackson Christian. holds up on the breaking ball. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Number on the ground, it'll be foul, and it'll stay foul. There'll be a couple of games tomorrow at USJ if that's where they play. It'll be a 1 o'clock and a 4 o'clock game. Winner of this game will play the winner of the Tipton Rosemark and FACS game. And the umpire gives his signal. It's a strikeout. One out in the inning. J.T. Mullins, who's 0 for 2, strikeout victim his last time up there. 61 pitches. 5 strikeouts. Ball 1 to Mullins. He'd like to get on and make something happen. Breaking ball drilled into the gap in right center field. Center fielder quickly over to cut it off. Falls down. Here comes Mullins stretching it into 2. So Mullins at second with a big double, all effort. You know, doubles are really made from home to first. I mean, you still got to run as hard or harder from first to second, but you make them there. Nice cutoff, though, keeping the ball by far from going into center. Probably a little moisture is the reason he slipped out there. And with 1 out, that brings to the plate Easton Jones, who has walked, had a hit back in the first. He has scored the 2 runs for Jackson Christian. He's 1 for 1. Foul that one off. Great work by Chris putting the emblems for both schools on our scoreboard. This one's going to go to the second baseman. Slow liner. Good job by Bone then to get the hitter. And there are 2 outs in the inning. It's up to Zach Creasy. He can tie this thing up and help himself out. Creasy comes to the plate 2 for 2, and they're going to put him on with a walk. Then you'll see the courtesy runner. The intentional walk. Austin Kelly, who is 0 for 1 officially. He's had a sacrifice fly, and somebody's got him listed as 0 for 2 on Game Changer. That is incorrect. Sac fly does not count as a time at bat. Collins in to run for Creasy. Good-looking pitch. I had to wait because, again, I don't want to guess with this umpire, 0-1. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that time, trying to hold up, Kelly fouls it off. .66 pitches for Jim Portoni. .02 count, 2 runners on. Outside, Kelly has to guard that plate. Very good hitter, hitting 4th in the lineup today. Had a big hit yesterday. Up in the air, but it's got a lot of air under it. Gives the right fielder a chance to camp under it for the 3rd out of the inning. Good catch by Jones. Ends a threat. No runs. 1 hit No errors, and 2 men left on base. Score at the end of 4. Northpoint 3, Jackson Christian 2. Let's take a timeout.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back for the top of the 5th here at Mural House Field. Northpoint Christian with a 3-2 lead. Looks like Coach may be making some substitutions, or is he picking up? And they're giving him the substitution. I was fooling with my scorebook, but the umpire has written something in there, so we'll figure it out and get with it. Coming to the plate to lead off is Isaiah Nolan. Had a double in the first, walked in the third. Young man with good speed. Plays shortstop, does a good job of it. Swinging strike one. He was going for the downs on that one. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. 0-2 count. Bennett way off the line. At least, I want to say, it's got to be more than 15. Not quite 20. Everybody else at normal position and depth. Here's the pitch. Got him. And I feel for the young man because I wouldn't have known what to have done at the plate either. That was a tough one. Pertoni comes up there. He's 0 for 2 today, but he's pitched a pretty fair ball game, you'll have to admit. Be hitting off his rival Creasy. This one way up in the air, but out of play, foul. That was Creasy's 4th strikeout, if my stats are correct. Pitch missing, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. You can see that on our scoreboard, 3-2 the lead. And that is actually a shot of the scoreboard out there. Low for ball 2. I believe that Northpoint ladies softball team won that game here, even though they were the home team. They won it 9-5. Breaking ball nearly fell off the table, swung on for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no runners on. DiPertoni up there at the bat. Here's the pitch. Outside, low, and hit the dirt, all the combination for a ball. Runs the count 3-2. $80 pitches by Creasy. 120 is the max that the TSSAA allows you to go. Breaking ball fouled off. Brian Bullard shows his form. One of the coaches of Jackson Christian catching that one, throwing it back in. Great player down at Freed Hardeman. Record holder in several areas, and he had some records that's been broken, but he's still in their top 5 in a lot of them. Here's the pitch. Walked him. It was close, but no cigar, so a runner at first. Let's see if they get a pinch runner this time for Pertoni, and they are. Last time he ran for himself. Now they're going to bring number 8 into the ball game. Let me get my backup roster over here. Number 8 is Wade Malone. Wished we had Wade's what grade he's in, but that also brings up Jace Robinson, the first baseman, big guy, and they go to first. Malone looks like he is a good base runner. Don't know about his speed. This one hit off the smaller part of that bat up, and the catch being made there, and that is Jack Collins has moved into right field for Eli Terry. We'll check and see if Eli's moved over to left. That happens sometime. That was Jack Collins with the catch. Great defender in football. So we've got 2 outs on the F9, and Grayson Simonton comes up there. He's 0 for 2 today. Right-handed hitter. Infield just needs 1 now. Missing a little bit outside. So the Simonton stepping out, checking his wristband with that has the comparable numbers for what he is being asked to do at the plate. Jump turn over to first. That one's more, I know you there, and I'm not going to forget you move. Creasy with 2 outs, but a runner at first wants to get this young man, Simonton. The breaking ball was very good. So it's a 1-1 count. Ball 2. Outfield straight away. Simonton 0 for 2. But he's the DH, so he must be a pretty good hitter. You don't just stick anybody in there. Keep an eye on the guy at first. He's not running. The ball's hit on the ground, knocked down by Creasy. Creasy to first. A little bit of a stretch for JT. He got it. That ends the inning. There was no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left. And at the end of 4 1/2, Northpoint Christian has a 3-2 lead over Jackson Christian. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Ball Game Blitz Network.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt.
Chris King here with King Tire Company. Leveling kits, lift kits, wheels, and tires, we can take care of that at any of our King Tire Company locations at a price you can afford.
We're back for the bottom of the 5th. Through 4 full innings of play, Seth Jim Portoni has thrown 69 pitches, 32 of them for 36 of them for strikes. Batters faced 22 by him, and that brings Jackson Christian to the plate, and that was Jack Collins in right field. Hastings has moved to left. Carson Holt, the strong man, will lead off, hitting out of the 5th slot in the lineup. He's 0 for 1 with a walk earlier. The first pitch, fouled off. Getting right now, we may have a timeout. The umpire held things up a little bit. Gives him the signal to come to the plate. It's high, gets away from the catcher. Catching is Claiborne at first base, Robinson, Bones at second, Nolan's at short, Harrell at third, Parker in left field, Farr is in center field, and Jones in right for Northpoint Christian. The 1-1 pitch. Swinging strike 2. 1-2, leadoff man in the bottom of the 5th, Carson Holt, the senior. Struck him out. Took a little off of that pitch. It was a good pitch. Eli Smith is 0 for 1, but he's been on base both times he's been up there. He got on with an error in the first, got hit by a pitch. He's the catcher. Swinging strike 1. 74 pitches. The 0-1 pitch inside. It's one of those belly button rubbers. Doesn't hit you, but it rubs your belly button just a little bit with the wind. Good shot there by our camera crew. Get it back to our center field camera. And that one, and you got to wait on them. 1-2, the count. On the ground, hit to the good shortstop. He'll crow hop step, gun it over there, but an error on the throw. And Nolan, who's got a cannon and he's quick, but he took the crow hop like you do, and on with the second error of the day. His second error of the day. That's 2 on the shortstop. That puts Eli Smith. We'll get the courtesy runner. Here comes Cole Vargason in. And that brings up Reed Cooper. Reed has a chance to do something here. He's 0 for 1, walked his last time up. Was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Pitch just a hair low. 1 ball, no strikes. Cooper also is a junior. Like I said, Jackson Christian loaded with junior starters. Catcher's a sophomore. Ball inside. The runner at first, the sophomore, and Brody Bennett's a freshman, the third baseman tonight. Got a couple of injuries, hurting the lineup a little bit, but this time of year a lot of teams have injuries. There's a pitch. Okay, I thought it was going to be a strike. Like I said, the umpires got me guessing a little bit too, and I'm usually pretty good. Used to umpire a little bit. Also referee a little basketball. Here's the runner going. Vargason's got it. There's no way to get him. And that one looked like a rainbow or a lollipop getting down there, and out to defend the catcher. Claiborne did all he could, but it was ball 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. Cooper on at first. Vargason running for Smith at second. Eli Terry, or actually it'll be Jack Collins. I'm going to need to get that in. I got it right in the defense. Now, with 1 out, Jack could be bunting. I don't think he will be. Hitting left-handed. Up towards the front of where the box was. Good pitch on the inside, and I thought it was a strike. And again, folks, it's not me. The umpire takes forever to signal it. He's doing a good job, but I'm not used to that slow pace. Fouled off for an 0-2 count. Northpoint infield, will tell you, is at double play depth. And I can tell you one other thing. There will not be a bunt now with an 0-2 count. Just missing. And again, I'll agree with the umpire. And I think you fans have learned that I will be fair. His call was good. It didn't miss much, though. Some of the softball girls from both teams have filtered up this way. That one gets away, and it'll take the force off as runners advance to second and third. Vargason running for Smith, 90 feet away. Reed Cooper, 180 feet away. And Jack Collins up there with one out. Jack, a senior. Here's the pitch. Low for ball two. Jack also has pitched some besides playing all the outfield spots. Most of the time it's either going to be left or right field. Easton Jones logs a lot of innings at center for Jackson Christian. Hit to the outfield. Even if it's caught, he'll tag up. Hit to the right fielder. Here's Vargason tagging. The throw is cut off by the first baseman, Robinson. And this ball game is knotted up at 3-all. Sac fly by Jack Collins. And the RBI, although we'll have to check on the error situation to see. A.J. Hastings, who's moved over to left field. And here comes the head coach, Coach Kirkpatrick, out there to talk to his big right-hander. And he's going to take the ball. The runners on base are still the responsibility, and let's see who they're bringing in. And now, is this going to be number 13, Jace Robinson, the first baseman? It is. While Jace is doing that, we're going to take a 30-second timeout here on Worthy Road Studios Ball Game Blitz.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at Humboldt Dodge Chrysler Jeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
Cooler weather this fall and a colder winter makes a spot even more enjoyable. Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom features a huge selection of spas from the biggest names in the business. Come see us on Carriage House Drive in Jackson today.
Back, and if I'm not mistaken, and again, I had to do a lot of research once I found it. And Jace Robinson, who I think last pitched, and could be corrected, against Whitehaven in a winning effort. And we will switch some things around, and it looks like number 5, Caden Claiborne, has gone to second base. Nolan still at shortstop. And I want to say, if I can read the numbers right, that's Jim Tony, that has moved to catch. And number 21, Perkins, has moved into first base. Perkins, Claiborne, Nolan, and Jones the infield. Outfield, Parker, Farr, and Bone. Bone has moved into right field. Jace Robinson getting his warm-up tosses. Officially, and the runners on base are the runner on base is the responsibility of Jim Petone, if I say it right, I need to sound it out smoothly. 87 pitches, 46 strikes. And this one gets away, and here comes the runner in, and that is number 5, Reed Cooper. And Jackson Christian has reassumed the lead at 4-3. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Jackson Christian. 3 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Northpoint. We are in the bottom of the 4th, still a long way to go, or actually the bottom of the 5th. So we still got 6th and 7th innings for both teams. 1 ball, 1 strike count to A.J. Hastings. There's the strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Everybody at normal depth, and straight away, here's the pitch. Outside, and you can see that Jace Robinson has an outstanding fastball. The 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, up the middle for a base hit, A.J. Hastings. And I know A.J.'s got to feel good about that. So he keeps this inning going, and it brings up J.T. Mullins, who doubled his last time up there, and he hustled to make it a double. Remember, the winner of this game plays tomorrow over at USJ, and I believe they would play the 1 o'clock game. There's a 4 o'clock game. Then it moves to Monday at 4:30 and 7 for contest. Tuesday, if necessary. JT fouls that one off. He would love to have that one back, and a good pitch by the pitcher. That was where everybody did their duties. One ball, 1 strike, the count. JT says he's taking too long. I'm going to step out a little bit. Catcher and pitcher going to get on the same page, talk a little bit about it. I'm sure Seth has some information he could impart that would be helpful since he's pitched 4.2 innings. 4 2/3 if you prefer it that way. One pitch on the way with the runner going. And there's the throw to second. A little to the right side, to the first base side of the infield. Took the bounce. Nolan was there quickly. Claiborne backed him up well if it had gotten past him, but it didn't. Nolan's got a sure glove, just had a couple of throwing errors. 2 balls, 1 strike, a runner in scoring position for J.T. Mullins. Makes it a 3-1 count. JT can lay off of this one if he doesn't get a pitch. Now, if he sees something he likes, I can guarantee he's got the green light. 2 outs, so the runner will be streaking towards home plate from this one's going to be a ground ball. It's booted. Can he come up with a throw? And he holds it wisely. So the 4th error of the night. JT's on with the error, but he won't care. E6. Easton Jones coming up there. Easton scored 2 of the 4 runs. Easton 1 for 2. A single gets a run home. There are now 4 errors for the Northpoint team. And the pitch goes outside for ball 1. Easton would like nothing better than to get any kind of base hit. That would get a runner home and advance J.T. Mullins. Jace Robinson, first baseman. It's tough coming in when you're playing a position and then have to throw. There's the curveball, gets away. Catcher slips, and sliding in with the 5th run is A.J. Hastings. Mullins advances to second base. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count, a hitter's count. Question is, do they green light him? or is the take on, even though it's 2-0. Not the automatic take, but just a take on till he throws a strike. 2 outs, outfield straight away, and that's how you have to play Easton Jones. Oh, he swung at one of those up in his eyes. That's one of those beach ball looking things, and you think you're going to hit it, and that was a rising fastball. Two, 1 the count. Got under it a little bit more than he wanted to. He'd love to have that pitch back. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. One of my friends on my extra phone texts me, why don't you say Deuce is wild? Well, you got to have 2 runners on for that to be a phrase that's used in minor league and sometimes Major League Baseball. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, 3-2. High drama here. 5-3, Jackson Christian has taken the lead in the bottom of the 5th. Northpoint Christian will have the 6th and the 7th to put some runs on the board and either tie it up or take the lead. We're ready to do the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. Swinging strike 3. And he was going for the downs on that one. That'll end the inning. And that will be the first strikeout by Jace Robinson. But 2 big runs have scored for Jackson Christian. That makes the score 5-3 at the end of 5 full innings of play. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Ball Game Blitz Facebook network.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The Bonus Cash Extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The Bonus Cash Extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Coming back for the top of the 6th, where Claiborne will lead off, followed by Bone. And I know that Caden Claiborne would love to get on. Creasy has thrown 88 pitches, 50 of them for strikes. That means he's got 32 pitches left before that gets him, and you have to come out at 120. You can finish a batter you're throwing to in case the 120 happens in the middle of a hitter. Clayton, I've got him, or Claiborne, I'm sorry, Claiborne, is 0 for 2, but he was on with an error the last time, was caught stealing. Here's the pitch to him. Got it for strike 1. Claiborne doesn't have a big strike zone. He's a left-handed hitter. Hit one a bullet shortstop, big hop. Shooting it over to first, and it was still a close play, and getting him was Austin Kelly with a great throw. J.T. Mullins handled it flawlessly over. There's 1 out. And Nolan Bone comes up there. 89, or is that 90 pitches? I'll have to count them up. I keep a tally, and then sometimes I check it against the official score or the pitch count official. Breaking ball did not break that time for ball 1. 90 pitches for Creasy. That means he's got 30 more left. It's important to get out of this inning very quickly with the fewest amount of pitches. The 1-0, just missing. 2 balls, no strikes. Creasy wants to come in there right now. He has a 2-run lead. Similar situation last night. And should be a strike. And TCA made it close by scoring a run. It was 3-1, and then they scored one, make it 3-2, and then Carter Ellis was tougher than a $2 steak in the last inning. Low for ball 3. You do not want to walk this hitter because the top of the order is behind him. And even though Jaden Parker flew out the last time, he's got 2 big hits tonight. Strike right there. Don't have to wait for the umpire signal. You can probably whistle some tune you like and chew a pack of gum before the right hand extends. Hit on the ground. Kelly will get his second chance. He'll have to gun it again. He does. JT keeps contact with it. Bone hustle down the line. There are 2 outs. Jaden Parker, the left fielder, who's 2 for 3 tonight, making contact all times with the ball. I should have got my football roster out because Parker would make a dandy wide out or running back. And we may have played against him. Big Baltimore chop, but at foul territory. And I tell you what, Brody Bennett made a good play, but he didn't have to throw him out. And you would have had to really gun it then. You would have had to have had a cannon, a bazooka, or something like that to get it over there. Because this young man, Parker, can run. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Looks good here. The umpire says, Coach, you're right for a change. So it's an 0-2 count. Do you waste one or do you come right after him on this one? Big decision. Here's the pitch. Foul tip. Parker hanging tough. We're going to get a new baseball in there. The umpire kind of rubs that one, says it's okay. We'll play some more with it later. Parker with an 0-2 count, hanging tough. Bats and hits from the right side in the back of the box. That one way outside. Probably didn't tempt him at all. One ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs, bases empty. Creasy's pitch fouled off to the right side. We're in the top of the 6th with Jackson Christian leading the 1-2 pitch. They'll check it, but he did not go around. I'm with the umpires. Yeah, good call by the umpire. Asked which is the right thing to do. First base umpire or base umpire said he did not go around. Proper call. Here's the pitch. Just missing outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no runners on. Everybody at normal depth and straight away in the outfield. The pitch. Out of play, and count now, it was actually, I thought it was 3-2, but a little slow, and I thought I was wrong, so I read what was on the scoreboard. Teaches me never trust the scoreboard. Always wait. You can see it's changed now because we have a shot of the scoreboard. 3-2 pitch, you want him right here. Yes, it broke down. It came across and broke down. And that ends the inning with a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play. It's 5-3 Jackson Christian up over Northpoint Christian. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Facebook network.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Back for the bottom of the 6th in an exciting game. Several lead changes. Tie scores a couple of times. Two very fine baseball teams out here on the field. Jace Robinson on the mound now in the bottom of the 6th. He relieved and went 1/3 of an inning, and now he'll add to that as he pitches the bottom of the 6th. He'll face Zach Creasy, Austin Kelly, and Carson Holt. And Jackson Christian really needs to make hay while the sun shines if they want to put some more runs on the board, because you've got your number 3, 4, and 5 hitters up there. Creasy having a good night at the plate. He has thrown 103 pitches. He only has 17 pitches left. Pitch just missing probably by a millimicron. So it's a 1-ball count. Ball 2 makes it a hitter's count. Zach Creasy can be very selective. He's 2 for 2 tonight. Front foot even with the plate. Good shot there of the pitcher, the catcher, the hitter, and the umpire. Hit on the ground. This one back to the pitcher. He'll take it. The underhand flip. Robinson to first, where Perkins is playing first. And there's one out in the inning on a 1-3 put out. Austin Kelly, who had a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd, a very important sacrifice fly. The shortstop, he's made some great plays in the field. He's up there to hit. Now, I'm going to have to check after the game with the official score. They've still got that 0 for 3 thing in. But sacrifice fly, you hit it and the runner tags up and goes from 2nd to 3rd or 3rd to home or whatever. There's a swinging strike, 1-1. It's still a sac fly. Robinson's 1-1 pitch in the dirt. That one was outside and at about the 60-foot mark, but a pitch, even if it goes over the plate, has to go 60 feet, 6 inches. 2 balls, 1 strike to the junior shortstop, also a quarterback for the football team, Austin Kelly. That went inside. Kelly now has, well, they said it's a strike. I cannot get used to the timing on this. And I'm not sure. That one was an interesting call, so it's 2-2. This one high up in the air. Second baseman is going to draw a bead on it. He gets called off, and the right fielder did the proper thing. Bone calls him off of that, and there's 2 outs in the inning. F9. That brings up Carson Holt, who's 0 for 2. Carson looking for that 1 pitch. There are 2 outs in the inning. 24 pitches by Robinson. And the umpire says strike 1. And strike 2, almost the same place. So Carson Holt, the senior designated hitter, in the hole, 0-2. And a swinging strike 3 to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. At the end of 6 full innings of play, Jackson Christian leads Northpoint Christian 5-3. We'll come back for the exciting 7th inning.
Legends never die, but your AC unit might. Routine maintenance and repair by McCoy's Heating and Air now will keep your system running at full capacity and potentially avoid costlier repairs and downtime when you need your AC the most. Our York certified and trained technicians are the best in the game. Go home to comfort with spring maintenance from McCoy's Heating and Air.
The bonus cash extravaganza is underway right now at Carlock Nissan in Jackson. In addition to dealer discounts, get another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Sentra, another $750 bonus cash on Nissan Altima, an additional $1,000 bonus cash on Nissan Pathfinder, and $1,250 on Nissan Frontier. Plus rates as low as 0% and 3.9 for 84 months. The bonus cash extravaganza underway right now at Carlock Nissan, Van Drive, Jackson.
Back for the top of the seventh, and we've updated our pitch count, 104 pitches officially. So that means Zach Creasy has 16 pitches to work with in this inning. He can finish a batter if the 120 occurs during a young man's time at bat. 59 of those were for strikes tonight. Umpires have called a good game. I'm just not used to it. I guess I don't have enough patience on how long it takes to extend the right arm for a strike. Good shot of the leadoff hitter. He takes a foot, steps out, now he'll step back into the box. First pitch, that's a ball. That's number 10, Carson Jones. Carson's had 2 hits in this contest, 2 for 3. There's a strike. Creasy had 106 pitches, and we'll try to keep an eye on that. Breaking ball. They say it just missed. Boy, that one you needed an electron microscope to see how close it was. 2 balls, 1 strike. They're going to say that's a little low and runs it to 3-1. It's also the 108th pitch, so 12 more pitches to go. Action in the Jackson Christian bullpen. And walked him. That is the last thing that you want to do, but sometimes cannot be helped. A good runner on first with K.L. Farr up to the plate. KL 0-for-2. He's been hit with a pitch. Conferences on the mound and down the third baseline. Creasy is going to come out. Let's see if this is Bart. We'll check it to see. And it looks like Bart Sorrell coming on. So Creasy threw 110 pitches. He went 6 innings. And we'll get the official book on him in a minute. Bart Sorrell coming on to pitch the 7th. Young man has done well. He's a freshman. Coming on. Without the injury to his hip and stuff, you probably would have seen Carson Holt in this position, but Bart has started some games and pitched a dandy about a week ago. 5-3, no outs, a runner at first. Sorrell, a right-hander, taking his warm-up tosses. Zach looked a little tired, and he has thrown a good ball game, but takes a lot out of you. And after you've thrown over 100 pitches, it really starts to wear on you a little bit. And I said, Bart, it's Brett Sorrell, or Sorrell. Sorrell is the correct term. I need to get that. I had a Bart that played for me up in Kingsport in baseball. He was a pitcher, but this is Brett. And my apologies to Brett. One of the problems with a 72-year-old is sometimes you call them by your old players' names if they have the same last name. Very good hitter, even though he is 0 for 2 today. K.L. Farr, he's also a very good pitcher in high school baseball. I'm sure he's got a future. Runner at first, no outs. See the slightly open stance, the stride, and that pitch, they say it was a ball just missing, and it did miss. It was close enough to draw a few comments from the stands. The 1-ball pitch, that has to be a strike. 1-1 the count. Infield at double play depth. Creasy's at third now. Kelly at short. Cooper at second. J.T. Mullins holding on at first. See if the runner's running. He's got some weight change, but not running. And that one is fouled off. 1-2 count probably worked out best for Jackson Christian for it to be fouled off, because if that one had been a swing and a miss and it had hit the plate, that runner would have been down on second. Your double play possibility taken off. You also want to try to get the lead run if you can. 1-2 the count. Terrell, the freshman, throws it in there. Just missing. Evens the count at 2-2. Deep in right field is Jack Collins. He's got the speed to come in. Hastings in left. Easton Jones in center. Terrell has the signal. Comes to the plate. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Reed Cooper's got it for 1. Will they get 2? No. And it gets away, but not far enough to advance. So fielder's choice. 4-6. Farr also a good runner on with the fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning. And a young man that's a good hitter, quicker than a hiccup, and he wouldn't be hitting fourth if he wasn't a good power hitter to clean things up, and that's Isaiah Nolan, the shortstop. Isaiah would like to atone for some earlier mistakes. Boy, that one, I don't know if a major leaguer could hit it. A curveball at a great spot. Nolan was right to watch that one, even though it was a strike. 0-1 pitch with that runner at first. Swinging strike, and if he makes connection, though, Nolan ties this ball game up with 1 swing. Now he's in the hole 0-2. Farr at first. Sorrell on the mound. That's Brett Sorrell, not my former player. I just got a note from my former player. He's listening to me. Said, Coach, get the names right. Got several. Moose Henry also listening. Moose has sent a correction in to me. Moose was my assistant. Anyway, here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, it bounces, and Eli Smith right now is the temporary hero of the day as far as defensive work. I bet there were 500 people that just held their breath in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's hit to right field. Can Collins get there? No, he can't. It'll be first and third. He fumbles it. It'll be second and third, and they'll hold the runner up. And now a base hit will tie this up because the speedy Nolan is down there. And if JT don't get to it, nobody else could have either. I'm going to score a single and an error. And it may not be. It may wind up being a 2-base hit on the official scoring. If this was in the minor leagues, it'd be a single and an error then. But you got runners at second and third and only 1 out. Question is, does Jackson Christian give up the run for the out? Third base will be in a position to hold the runner. Second and short are going to play back and give up the run for the out. The hitter is now the pitcher who started at first base, Chase Robinson. And I am wrong about that. That is the catcher now, Seth. Seth Jim Patoni. We'll get it straight. He's 0 for 2 today. This young man's got good strength. Open stance, he'll stride towards your pitcher. He's capable of tying this game or putting his team ahead. Ball too high. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 runners on. They're at second and third. There's 1 out in the inning. The pitch, nice pitch. Wow. 3-0. The umpire didn't think it was that nice a pitch. See if the automatic take is on or green light. Sacrifice fly would get 1 home. Base hit gets 2 home. The 3-0 pitch. Interesting. I'm with you, Seth. He started towards first base. So it's 3-1 now. So 3-2. Terrell with a nice pitch coming back, battling back from a 3-0 count. But here's the payoff pitch. If you're the hitter, you're almost sitting on a fastball right now. And you may be sitting on a fastball. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Just missed. And I think you saw Eli Smith's reaction. As they say, the sacks are jammed. 1 out. They'll pinch run. They'll send Malone in to pitch run because the hitter at that time who got the walk is catching, so you can have a pinch runner. Robinson 0 for 2. Terrell thrown 15 pitches. But the sacks are jammed, ducks on the pond, like Ron Potesta would tell you. Maybe Chris Harris also does that. Both of them minor league play-by-play men. Here's the pitch. Missing a little bit outside. Robinson a big hitter. Strong-looking hitter. Outfield a little deeper and straight away. Infield at double play depth. First and third are coming home with it. Second and short will try to turn the double play. Outside missing, putting himself in the hole, 2-0. JT Mullins, good thing. Smart move to go in. Let's talk to the young guy. Give him a little confidence. Farr, a good base runner, though, down there at third. Now, obviously, a ball hit on the ground, all runners must go. If it's hitting the air, we'll see if they're tagging up. Of course, if it's in one of the power alleys, people are down a line, people will be running like crazy. The 2-ball pitch just about on its way. Wow. All I can say is wow, wow, wow. 3 balls, no strikes. Winner of this game plays tomorrow at USJ. There's a strike, unless all the teams from the hosting district are gone, and then there can be the option of moving the games to Memphis, but I believe all of them have to be gone. 3-1 count. Walk to run in. So only 1 down now. Robinson walks. Here comes Chase McLean. They'll talk about it. Usually Brett throws a whole lot of strikes. Coming in is number 25. This is Claude Henrian. Claude has finished several games this year. He also finished the 24-18 game with Jackson Southside, a 3A team that Jackson Christian played about a week ago. Sacks are still jammed with only 1 out. So you're going to have Robinson at first, Malone running for the catcher at second, and the quick Isaiah Nolan at third base. You cannot afford a pass ball or a wild pitch because he will score unless it bounces right back to you. White Knuckler here at 5-4. Jackson Christian holding the lead in the top of the seventh. If it gets tied up or Northpoint goes ahead, they will bat, they being Jackson Christian, in the bottom of the seventh. Henry ready to pitch, although I think he's got another pitch coming to him. Ducks on the pond, bases loaded if you prefer, and Grayson Simonton is up there to hit. Simonton 0 for 3 today. That doesn't make any difference. This at bat's what counts. In at first and third, and again, we're seeing a ball outside, getting behind the hitter. Out of the stretch, trying to keep Isaiah Nolan close as they can at third base. And again, just outside. We'll see what the choice of pitches is with a 2-ball, no-strike count, and the bases loaded. Breaking ball for a strike. You may even see a breaking ball again. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. Fouled off, evens the count at 2-2. Jackson Christian and Claude Henry would love the strikeout right here. Simonton wants to make contact. 2-2, 1 out, Sacks jam. Henry got the signal. Comes to the plate. Breaking ball. They're going to come to the plate with it. And he's out. He's definitely out now, and that could call the batter out, although he slid. And Chase McLean out there, and the catcher is hurt. Now, there is grounds for calling the hitter out and the inning being over, and this ball game being over. I don't think the umpires will do it, but to be honest with you, there are grounds. I've umpired before. I've read the rule book. It was one of those borderline things. Whichever way it's called, there'll be upset people. But again, knowing it's kind of like referees don't like to make that call with a second or less, somebody driving to the bucket. Now we've got some interesting action in the stands. Cool heads win hot ball games, and that applies to fans also. Don't get into it with each other. Enjoy. We've had a white knuckler, good ball game. Neither team wants to lose because the winner advances. Season is over. They're going to give Chase McLean, I can tell you right now, an explanation that he's probably not going to be, and I wouldn't be happy if I was managing either. Trainer out there checking him over. And the slide is the one thing that might save the inning for Northpoint. And this is one of those no-win situations for the umpires. Northpoint people will be extremely happy. Jackson Christian people will be talking about this call, win or lose, for weeks, maybe months to come. Sacks are still jam, a fielder's choice. Claiborne is due at the plate. He's a good hitter. And he's also quick and tough to throw out. Got the speedy Nolan. Also, he has a tough strike zone. A walk still ties it up. He's crowding the plate even more than he usually does, and I don't blame him. The lines are gone. Good pitch for strike one. High drama here. The lefty at the plate. Started out catching today. There's one on the ground. They'll have to throw him out. Creasy shoots to first, and it gets away. 1 run has scored. 2 is streaking for the plate. Northpoint has taken a 6-4 lead on the error on the throw. Claiborne on with an error. 6-5. 6 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for Northpoint. 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. We'll have a bottom of the 7th. Nolan Bone coming up there. He's walked once, singled once, and grounded out to the shortstop. Like I said, very controversial call in this game, and the umpire can't win. One side or the other is going to be extremely unhappy. Sir. Sorry about having to holler, but one of the fans decided they were going to stand right in front of me where I could not see home plate. Two outs, runners at first and third. Northpoint leading by 1. And a strike. The hitter is Nolan Bone, who's in right field. He shows bunt. Pitch comes in low. And trust me, he was not really going to bunt then. Now, they may pull it off. There's 2 outs. And it would be a safety squeeze, if anything. One the count. 2 outs, runners at first and third. The pitch. And he did show the bunt again, so maybe with a 2-1 count, they may be going to try to put one down, but with 2 outs. Top of the order to come up next. Close to batting around in this inning. And it's 3-1. It's where an old coach named Charles Todd, many of you know, many of you don't know, he'd say, son, bow you back on the mound. Never did fully understand that, but you knew you were supposed to throw a strike and follow through. The 3-1 pitch, let's see if they walk him. And it is outside. Bases are jammed again. Big inning for the Northpoint crew. They've plated 3 in this inning, have a chance for more. Force will be at any base, but an excellent hitter in Jaden Parker coming up there. 2 for 4 on the night. Now, he's a trooper. He's a football player. He's tough, but hoping that Eli Smith is okay. A couple of things in his movements there I worry about. But he's tough. Now stepping back. I think they're going to have a word with the third base coach from Northpoint. His positioning, you cannot get where he was. He'll have to adjust it a little bit. You can move further back, but they're supposed to, in a box, but you cannot come up the line like he was. He was almost in the base pass a minute ago. Parker up there with a chance to do some serious damage. 2 outs in the inning. Sacks are jam. Ducks on the pond. Henrien's pitch. That one a strike, and I'm going to wait for the umpire because I'm not sure what he's going to do. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. That one missed. That one I could tell easily it missed. 1-1 the count. Runners are ready to go. They'll be off with the ping of the bat since it's a metal bat. Contact, whatever. They'll be digging towards the next base or home plate. Foul tip, and that's one of those that sometimes, even though you protect your hand behind your mitt, and I don't know what the umpire came in and said or anything like that. I hope it was an important part and not something Mickey Mouse. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The leadoff man, Parker, up there. Bases are loaded. Henry comes to the plate with it. The curveball stays high. He took his stride, saw it was going to be high, and that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Since we have 3 runners on, you cannot say the deuces are wild. Henry wants to get him on this pitch, does not want to take it to 3-2. Head up in the air. It's deep. It's back. It's going to get out of here. A grand slam home run. That one to left center, and it kept going and kept going. And it's 9-5. Jackson Christian will have their work cut out for them. Sixth run, actually 10-5 when the man had called it a little bit too early. Still just 2 outs. Breaking ball for strike 2. This is Carson Jones up there. A lot of this happened after 2 outs, especially the grand slam. There's strike 3. That ends the inning, but not before 7 runs were plated. 10-5 the score going into the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a timeout and come back on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle And at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here, Jackson Christian now trailing by 5 runs, 10 runs, 8 hits, 4 errors for Northpoint. But the grand slam home run by Parker really set things off and made it a much harder task. Jackson Christian with the bottom, I guess you'd say, you won't say 2/3, but the number 6 hitter coming up, Eli Smith. Eli's been on 3 times, twice by error, once with a hit pitch. Then Reed Cooper and Eli Terry. Actually, Jack Collins will probably bat for Eli. A.J. Hastings is needed. And to keep this contest going and their season going, Jackson Christian must plate 5 runs, 6 to win it. Robinson has been pretty well in control while he's been pitching. He's done a very good job. First pitch high. Oh, he called it a strike. I'm sorry, fans. That is above his shoulders. It doesn't matter where it's thrown, so it's strike 1. Ball 1. Robinson with his 28th pitch. Eli 0 for 2 tonight, but has been happy to get on. 2 balls and 1 strike. I wonder if I've got time to run over and get a hamburger between calls. Robinson working at a nice pace that the indication by the umpire is taking a little time. 3-1. Leadoff man in the inning, Eli Smith, the number 6 hitter, very good hitter. Robinson's pitch, ball 4. That puts one of the runners that you need on at first. Brings up Reed Cooper. Reed 0 for 1. He's been on base a couple of times with walks. Right now, the young men just want to get on base. That one a strike. Oh, 1 pitch high. Fouled off for strike 2. With a runner at first, no outs in the inning. Reed Cooper, the second baseman. Chase Robinson throwing a very good game so far, has used 34 pitches. Breaking ball high. DiPertoni doing a good job coming up, saving a runner from advancing. Still got the double play, can be in order. That one high for 3-2. Trailing by 5, you probably won't start the runner. Although it's a good runner, and Cole Vargason down there at first base. Robinson ready, comes with a 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground, a number. He'll have to go to first. And there's one out on the fielder's choice. Vargason advances to second. One away. Number 11, Jack Collins, the senior outfielder and pitcher coming up there. If you weren't trailing by 5, great spot because Jack, an excellent bunter, and the third baseman is deep. But you are trailing by 5. Good lead by Vargason. They're not worried about his run. Northpoint will be more than happy to give up that run for an out. Collins' first pitch to him was a ball, as you saw. A good shot of Collins, the left-handed hitter. You see Robinson now. Here's the pitch. It's a ball, and I'm sorry I'm hesitating so long, but like I said, if I call it too early, and interesting strike zone here in the last few innings for both teams. That one high, 3-0. I would say the automatic take is probably on right here. 41 pitches by Jace Robinson. That's a strike. Of course, Northpoint, the defending 2023 champion in Division 2A, according to the TSSAA stats. And strike 2. Now, Jack Collins has to guard the plate. Robinson steps off. Vargason retreats towards second. And again, you need 5 runs to keep this contest going, 6 to win it. Base runners are precious at this point in time. The pitch. Swinging strike 3 for the second out of the inning. We will have a post-game show. We'll take a timeout. We'll get some stats together and try to get the official stats. 2 outs, last hope for Jackson Christian. He must keep the inning going is A.J. Hastings. A.J.'s 1 for 3. One ball, no strikes. That looked pretty good, and the umpire says it is good. One and one the count, 2 outs and a runner at second. Hit up in the air, but out of play, foul over the right field side over the dugout. And it'll be 1 and 2. With that runner on second, there are 2 outs. A.J. trying to keep this inning going. His team trails by 5 now after a 7-run top of the 7th for Northpoint. Grounded foul down the first baseline. Perkins looked at it, gave chase just in case it was a fair ball. Infielders just want to knock the ball down and try to get the play at first. Vargason at second, nice lead. But you need him to score and 4 more. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. A.J. Hastings hanging tough. Infield is Perkins, Claiborne, Nolan, and Jones. Out in the outfield, Bone, Farr, and Parker. Parker with the big blast tonight. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. We'll do it again. Runner at second. Outside, 2 and 2. Drama and tension level raises somewhat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Robinson the pitcher, Hastings the hitter, the pitch. Outside for ball 3. That was the breaking ball. We'll do the 3-2 pitch here in just a second. To the stretch, the belt, the pitch. Outside, ball 4, runners at first and second as A.J. Hastings keeps the inning alive. Top of the order coming up. There is a force at 3 of the bases. At home, there's not. So that helps defensively a little bit to end this contest. JT kind of draws a line up there, so he'll know where he can go. Up in the front of the box, the left-handed hitter, J.T. Mullins. 1 for 4 tonight. That one inside. Great job by the catcher fielding that one. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Outfield, except for center, a few feet off the straight line if you drew one out there. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, so it'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count, a pitcher's count. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Northpoint Christian just needing 1 out. They can get a force at 3 of the 4 bases, or home plate if you don't want to call it a base. That one is high. Makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The deuces are wild. The drama increases, the tension, nerves, and everything. We've got it all, high drama, even with the 5-run lead. J.T. Mullins at the plate, the junior left-handed hitter, ready to get the 2-2 pitch from Robinson. And he's going to step out. Robinson took a long time, and wisely you step out and break the rhythm of the pitcher. Here's the pitch. And the umpire calls strike 3, and that ends it. No runs, no hits, 2 left in the inning. The final score, 10-5. Northpoint Christian advances on to play tomorrow. We won't know for sure if it's going to be at at USJ, or if, because we haven't gotten results from the other games. And we will take a timeout and come back, hear from some of our fine sponsors on the Jackson Christian Ball Game Blitz Network. After this, we'll get to you some totals.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Is your vehicle ready for an oil change? Did you know that we do way more than just tires? From brakes to belts to alignments to even air conditioning work. Engine light on? We can fix that too. Come see us today at one of our 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt. Hi, this is Kurt King with King Tire Company. Did you know that you're supposed to rotate your tires every 5,000 miles? Did you know that we do that free at King Tire Company? Come see us today at any 3 King Tire Company locations in Jackson and Humboldt, and let my family take care of yours.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, We are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Football is one reason to love fall. Here's another. Save up to $16,000 on a fully loaded in-ground pool built this fall. Come by Aloha Custom Pool's massive showroom on Carriage House Drive in Jackson for full details and see available styles in person.
We are back here. An unhappy ending for the Jackson Christian Eagles as their season ends at 18-11-1. Northpoint Christian advances to 21-11 on the season, and they will play in the round tomorrow either at 1 o'clock or 4:30. We'll have to check and see about that. Good season for Jackson Christian, but let's give you a few highlights and some things of the game. Jackson Christian Eagles could not keep up with Northpoint Christian Trojans tonight. A big 7-run seventh inning caused the score to be 10-5 on Friday night. Northpoint Christian Trojans were the first to get on the board and when Isaiah Nolan doubled, scoring 2 runs. Zach Creasy doubled, which helped Jackson Christian tie the game at 2 in the bottom of the third. The Trojans took the lead in the top of the fourth. Carson Jones singled, scoring 1 run to give Northpoint Christian a 3-2 lead. Jackson Christian took the lead back at 5-3 in the bottom of the fifth after Jack Collins hit a sacrifice fly. A.J. Hastings singled. Jackson Christian Varsity Eagles scored on a wild pitch, each one scoring 1 run. Then the seventh came, and Northpoint Christian turned the game around, and actually with the grand slam home run by Jaden Parker, flipped the game completely. It was a devastating blow for the Eagles. Creasy started the game. Tony, started the game. Both the starters were not there at the end. Robinson relieved for Northpoint Christian. And also, we had several relievers for Jackson Christian School. You had Creasy for 6 innings, Sorrell, and then Henrian for the 7th inning. Creasy threw 110 pitches, 62 for strikes. Sorrell threw 20 and 9 strikes. Henrian threw 20 and 12 strikes. Pitching for the team of Northpoint Christian, you only had 2 pitchers. Jim Portoni went 4.2 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Robinson came on for 2.1 innings. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 2 base on balls, 4 strikeouts. And, of course, the big hitter for Northpoint Christian was Parker. Went 3 for 5, had the grand slam home run, 4 RBIs. Jones also had 2 hits, so did Nolan. And, of course, for Jackson Christian, Zach Creasy led the team with 2 hits. Mullins, Jones, and Hastings all got 1. The line score on the game, 10 runs, 8 hits for Northpoint, 4 errors, 5 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for Jackson Christian. And a tough loss and a good win at the same time. Good win for Northpoint. They'll advance on. Jackson Christian, the tough loss. And both sets of teams, fans, go out and say something nice to the kids. Both teams played hard. They gave it all they got. A very good, entertaining ball game. And we appreciate it. Sorry about when we had one fan, but our talented Christopher Reasons was able to get around that when we had a fan got in the way of things. And Christopher always a great help, and we apologize for that. You probably didn't notice it. The biggest deficit was me being able to see home plate or anything, but Chris even helped with that with the monitor to the side. we are just about to wrap this up. This will be our season. We'll be through with Jackson Christian Sports. We'll talk to you the next time, either on the Hub City Deli show on Tuesday nights. That's the Eagle show, to actually call it right. And then our first game will be at Northpoint Christian against the Trojans. And they will be without their all-state quarterback next year, but they got a lot of good players coming back, some really good speed and stuff. We've got a great team coming back, too. Our quarterback, Austin Kelly, will be coming back. But Stephen Childers did a wonderful job on cameras tonight. Plus, Stephen was all over the place and did such a wonderful job. Christopher Reasons, we have multiple cameras, and he was switching back and forth between stationary and cameras that had an operator. And, of course, our executive producer and a guy we love very much, Paul Schulze, provides the impetus for this. He is out directing at Pringles Park, which is now known as the Rockabilly's Field, but it'll be Pringles Park to me. And Coach Joe Holloway was glad to bring you this game. Hopefully both teams' fans enjoyed it. And we just got to tell you this. Number one, this is a copyright broadcast. Number two, any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited and illegal. Now, for the administration and Mr. Fox or Coach Fox over, I wouldn't have had a roster without you. Thank you from Northpoint. Chase McLean and all the administration here at Jackson Christian, we thank you for your help. Thanks to the players of both teams and the fans, and it's time to say thanks for your time this time till next time. Good night, all.
The Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. Ball Game Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.